Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and salutations from Virginia. A beautiful evening in Triangle, Virginia. I am outdoors. I am Jay-Z, and it looks like you're outdoors, Mr. Soriano.
I am outdoors.
Utah. Look at you. What is it? It's 55 degrees here, and it kind of feels like 65. It's warm. It's nice. But that could be my Cabernet. That could be my Cabernet talking. Which unfortunately I only had a small one pour left, like not even a full pour left, and I am out.
Yeah, I think I need to take a ride to Nevada and get a case.
I'll meet you there. So hopefully we will have a decent amount of people joining us to get away from the everyday slog of the news cycle this week, and we could just bullshit for the next hour or so tonight. And if any news breaks, we won't bring it to you because
fuck, we won't. I'll bring it to you.
I'm out. I'm outside. I don't know what's going on. I am out.
I have a cell phone. I don't know. If
I don't get alerts. I don't
mobile,
do the alert thing.
You don't do the alerts.
I don't do the alerts. So I don't know. Boost Mobile. Who has Boost Mobile?
I don't. I have T-Mobile.
I'm gonna switch. I need a switch.
You could have a free iPhone.
So our friend Seth was telling us today he had one sent to him, and he's not even a T-Mobile customer.
He had a.
They one arrived at his mailbox today.
A T-Mobile one.
Yes, T-Mobile sent him a free phone. He's a Verizon customer.
What he should do is take that shit to a fucking. Was it addressed to him?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how you handle that. What do you do?
Well, it's possible that he did a drunk purchase.
Well, we've all been there during quarantine, haven't we?
Yes. As a matter of fact.
What do you have on the way? What are you expecting?
No, I don't. But, it is. It's kind of crazy because, there's a. Let's just say my live betting app. I won't say who it's sponsored by.
By the way, we're accepting sponsors. If anyone wants to sponsor us, like, I don't know, Manscaped or someone, since they sponsor everything else, you're more than welcome.
Yeah. You look like your merkin's a little overgrown.
I have some manscaping to do.
You need to go to a real barber. Enough trying to do this shit yourself.
What?
Gosh. What were we talking about? Oh, yes. So my betting app has access not only to the New York State Lottery now, and
from there you can play it from Utah.
Yes, but it's prop bets on the New York State Lottery.
Oh, okay.
So, like the high low on what the first ball will be.
Gotcha.
The number of balls drawn. Stuff like that, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But also there's a casino game. So my father loves to play his slot machine games and his blackjack games and all that stuff. And he got to get his points up and stuff like that. Unfortunately, these are real points. It's a dollar table on blackjack.
I'd be doing it all day. I would never stop. Oh, I didn't even see the I'm not on the comments tab. Okay.
I have to stop. Otherwise, this particular betting app has some ramifications. So,
yes, it's real money.
They're not of the monetary nature. If you catch my drift,
that cuts your fingers off.
Yeah. As they said in casino, you could walk out of here with the money or the hammer. So,
right. What a great movie.
Great
movie. And I'm not a movie person, right? And when I told you I saw it, you were like, first of all, how have you never seen it? And I was like, this thing's fucking movie's outrageous. How have I never watched it? Being a Vegas guy, for sure. And mob movies are always great, right? So, So listen, congratulations, my friend. Last week we sat here and we were talking about the impending sale of the Mets, but there were some hurdles, Bill de Blasio, fucker, that we were a little concerned about. However, the next day it all came together.
Well, my Yiddish, but this is surely a Shonda if I've ever heard of one. I think that's the right one. I don't know,
So
but
listen, there's
oh no, it's a mitzvah, not a Shonda. Mitzvah.
yeah, Shonda's bad. So I don't even know what the hell I even know. But yeah, so Uncle Stevie, you have Uncle Stevie and his money, and
Always believe in Uncle
the
Steve.
thing about it is, now it's time to go to work, right? So you get excited and the possibilities are endless. But I think the question is for the first year, what's really realistic? What are you hoping for just for that first going into the first year to the first year? What are you realistically hoping for? Don't tell me you're getting everyone. Like you can't tell
No.
me you're getting Lindor, Real Muto, Bauer. Like what do you really looking
So
for?
so he's told people, and this has been checked by a few people. He's told people that he plans to lose $500 million
He already gave everyone raises back to their original
yeah,
salary.
in the first 2 years. He plans to lose $500 million. So
I lose $50. I got a problem.
I think this is what I think is going to happen this year. I don't think we're going to get Bauer. They qualified Stroman.
He'll probably take it.
I think he will take it because the market's going to be weak.
Exactly. 1 year at like 18 million, he'll take it.
Yeah. I think they are going to go after Springer. And I think they're going to re-sign Conforto in his last arbitration year and give him a big contract. I think they are going to probably make a play for Real Muto, but probably end up with McCann.
McCann actually is someone I'm targeting for the Yankees. Because if
You
you're
don't have
not
enough
ready,
money.
no, if you're not ready to pull the plug on Sanchez, then it's a good guy to have without getting Real Muto.
And they could trade for Lindor, but
I think
there's also word that they're going to go after that guy in because see they got this up and coming shortstop, but there's also word that what the fuck's his name?
Arenado.
Yes, in Colorado.
I would get Lindor. Lindor's electric. I think he'd be great in New York, and he's an electric player. I think the Mets are going to make a splash trade. They're going to make a statement. We will trade. We'll make the big trade. And I think I think Lindor's the guy. If I had to choose, and I know I'm not saying it because of Coors Field, because look at DJ LeMahieu. But Lindor has got like an extra something to him, I think.
Well, I mean, he plays in a big ballpark now, like you said. So yeah, hey, listen, anything's possible. There was talk about the Mets making a big trade with the Marlins, for a young arm to kind of fill in the rotation, maybe throw, what's his name? The fucking guy who gets hit in the ass all the time.
Nemo?
Yeah.
Nemo.
Yeah. I think Ahmed Rosario's as good as gone because he's never done shit.
You've got a lot of questions. You do have some guys with some value as well, right? Like,
there was talk. Here's one of the things that was talk about was they say that he's willing to eat some salary to move Cano, and that the Marlins might be interested. If the Mets, because Seattle's already paying half of his salary.
Okay.
And if the Mets were to eat the other half of that half, listen, he was healthy last year and he played.
I can't because Eric. Oh, I don't want to get into Yankees right now because we're really focusing.
Well, DJ LeMahieu,
I can't
look good in the orange and blue.
Listen,
I think
I'm full DJ stan. Like, no, like if it's DJ or Lindor, it's DJ all the way. Anyway, we could get into that later, but that's probably for another show. So you what do you do with like Dominic Smith?
Well, let's think. Dominic
Like
Smith.
trade
It's,
chip.
no, he's a good first baseman. He could play left field. You platoon him with Alonso. Alonso's probably a better. He's see, Dominic Smith can play left field, and if you can move McNeil into second base permanently, uh, ideally Smith can platoon at first base and make Alonso a part-time DH.
See, the Mets, here's what I find interesting. The Mets have a lot of players that play a lot of different positions, and that's very advantageous, especially in the National League right now without the DH. The DH is probably not going on this year. It's going to have to be bargained in the next CBA. So I don't think you can go into next season thinking you're going to have
it's a chip, yeah.
right.
But
so,
if you don't, one, the Mets pitchers can hit the shit out of the ball, and two, Dominic Smith can play left field. They did that on purpose because they weren't ready to trade him when Alonso came up.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. Money does bring. Listen, it's the capitalism way, man. Money can bring you a lot of shit. He gets. Listen, the thing about it is, I think you know, and you're realistic here. You get some time here. I mean, you're taking over a franchise. You get some time, but there's opportunity to strike hot early based on the free agents and the trade market right now, and take advantage of an economy that's crap and baseball and all these owners that are not willing to spend any money. And here comes Stevie with his buckets of cash. This is the right time. Like, you might just say, let's fucking just go for it. You know, just well, the Yankees are crying poverty. And I said it, and I still stand by it. I was jealous of you Friday. I was jealous of you.
Well, and as a fan,
I admit it.
You know, the guy reactivates his Twitter account.
Oh, says, my God, that was amazing.
What do you want to see? So, you know, some hump is like, oh, add a roof, which if you're a fan of baseball, get a poncho, sit in the goddamn rain.
He's talking about how you fix the product on the field, but I loved his interaction.
No, but he's asking about people. He's also asking about the team culture. Now, you know, a very colorful young man named Nick Lombardi had made a comment, which I thought was very
Nick's great. Nick is. You should follow Nick. He's wonderful on the Twitter.
On the Twitter, yes.
Really, so he really great.
He made a suggestion, and I think a lot of people find
at Nick Lombardi 94. What is it?
Something like that. But that we digress. He said, you know, kick Jackie out of his rotunda, keep the statue, move him on.
How do you do that?
well, first of all, you know, everybody knows Fred Wilpon went to Lafayette High School. If you don't, now you do. He went to high school with fucking what's his name, who's half dead from the Dodgers. The fucking pitcher. No, the pitcher from the Brooklyn Dodgers who went to LA.
Any Koufax?
Yeah. Not John Franco, who's the other lefty from Lafayette High School in Flatbush.
Oh, really?
Oh. Yeah. Lafayette High School, very famous in Brooklyn. I believe, I'm not mistaken, Bernie Sanders also went there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So he went to high school with Sandy Koufax. He was a big Brooklyn Dodgers fan, which is why Citi Field looks like Ebbets Field. However, you know, I get it. You want to dedicate, make a big deal about Jackie Robinson. Rachel Robinson is very involved with the Mets.
Maybe put him out in the outfield by the bridge or something.
Right. Gil Hodges was a Mets manager. He won their first ring. First of all, if somebody's going to have a place of honor there, maybe the guy who won you your first World Series should have a little bit more of a place of honor. And that's exactly what this guy was making a point of, is when you first walk into the ballpark, the first guy you should see is somebody who played for the Mets. You know, Tom Seaver's getting a statue. There needs to be more embracing of Mets history.
It would be Seaver or Gil Hodges. What would you do?
Well, you know, that pavilion, if you've ever been to Citi Field, they really did a nice job of walking up there. You know, when this ballpark first opened, the old Apple was behind the bullpen entrance under a stairwell, which was kind of stupid. They moved the Apple out front, so it's like right in the front of the stadium. It looks really sharp. There's plenty of room for statues out there. I think Gary Carter deserves one. I think Seaver deserves one. I'll be really honest, and this is going to sound bad, but if Gary Carter was still alive, he probably would not get one. But he was a big part of that 87 or 86 team. I think you've got to give Keith some sort of place of honor. I think Gil Hodges has to get one as the manager of the first. His number's retired. He was the manager of the first World Series team. So, there's a number of, I think Doc Gooden deserves a place of honor. Piazza for sure. And, from there, probably the next guy out of that group is David Wright.
Yeah, of course.
So, I think there's plenty of room. So you want to do something in that rotunda, maybe you have like a statuary hall or something like that. Or whatever you want to make it, but here's a guy again, Steve Cohen's old enough to have been around. Mets been around since 1962, easily his entire lifetime. So he can appreciate all of it. No, Eric, I don't want my own Monument Park.
Don't get me started about Monument Park on the shitty job they did in the new stadium.
But I don't think it should be monuments like only guys that achieve a certain thing. But I think like the Mets have a Mets Hall of Fame. I think you need to bring some things out into the forefront. That's all.
Yeah.
But I think the Wilpons. I think Fred did a good job with the ballpark. There's no complaints about it. And he replicated his childhood with the ballpark, but he went a little bit too far with the statue. And a lot of people forget the Dodger history. That place could have been an ode to the New York Giants with the orange and black. The wall was black with orange trim. It looked like it could have been the Polo Grounds there for a long time.
I think you hit the nail on the head. The look of the stadium, no problem. You're replicating in a way an old landmark. The statue, a little bit too much. So
yeah,
I think that's fair assessment with how they handled that and the ballpark, right? So yeah, a lot to look forward to if you're a Met fan. It's just the beginning. It's going to be a wild ride, and we'll see where it takes us. It is Thursday nights. That does mean it's Thursday night football. Packers and the Niners are just getting started. Excuse me. As I start burping up my seltzer. By the way, we talk about seltzer. This is regular seltzer. I wish it wasn't. But Polar makes this cherry limeade regular seltzer. It's pretty freaking good. Just saying. So Packers Niners tonight. Niners have like 900 injuries. So I would expect and think that the Packers go over tonight. The question is this. They were favored. What's the spread? Only 1.5.
Throw a nickel on the Niners. Just
actually, the Niners were favored by 1.5.
Really?
Yeah.
What does Las Vegas know?
And an over of only 45.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. I don't know what you would do there. I probably wouldn't touch it. That's what you do. Jeez. Interesting indeed. Some good matchups this week. Seahawks, Bills. 6-1 Seahawks. 6-2 Bills. Seahawks favored by 3. Bills, I don't know. I don't think the Bills are as good as their record. I don't think they're really a 6-2 team. And the highlight of the week, of course, the Giants against the Washington football team. I don't know about you. I'm just so excited for that game. And nothing gets me more excited than a combined win total of 3.
Well, I didn't win any bets last weekend. Again, thank you to the New York Football Giants for basically, having a whiskey dick and fucking their way through the first half and then
Yeah.
losing their fucking boner in the fourth quarter because. And fuck you, Tom Brady, slamming your helmet down like a little bitch in the first half, and then you come fucking roaring back, and you can't cover the goddamn spread. Fuck you.
Bucks look
you,
good
Tom
though.
Brady.
I was just checking because they're allowing fans in FedEx Field, and the cheapest ticket it's a resale market because they were only allowing some season ticket holders to go. The resale is almost $200 for the cheapest seat for Sunday. It's like you listen. I want to see a professional sporting event like anyone, but you got to pay me to walk in that building to watch these two teams play.
Go into Crystal City or some shit.
It's nuts. Like I'm not going to spend that kind of money, but yep, fans in FedEx the first time this season.
And for Mr. Frankel, we've got a 2,500 vote differential in the state of Georgia, the peach state.
That's it now?
Isn't that peachy? Yeah. That's as of 1 minute ago.
Just blast the I Got Georgia on My Mind song. Who would have thought? All states.
Ray Charles, the state of Ray Charles actually does not allow any of his songs to be sold for political purposes.
Really?
But did allow his rendition of America the Beautiful to be played on election night. It's down to 1/10 of 1 point.
Look at our in-game reporter. Thomas telling us it's 7-0 Packers.
And Pennsylvania's down to 9/10 of a point. And supposedly there's about 300,000 votes, all mail-ins in Philadelphia County. So
what if we break the news of a new president?
Yeah, we could be like Walter Cronkite, just different circumstances.
Oh, so Dan just checked in. He's in Burlington. I don't know what he's doing in Burlington.
Beer run?
Beer and betting. I would assume. I would think.
Well, he could do both of those much closer to home. Truth be told.
New Hampshire. He could do New Hampshire. I think.
Right. I'm saying close to home.
I don't know. So yeah, I had a little game. I guess we could. We don't need. I mean, two of us can play this game. Have a little variation of start bench cut set up for tonight, but it's so I had to think of a way to audible this because there's four things per subject. So I'm thinking we could do like a draft, right? Like
sure,
4 items. One of us goes first, drafts our pick. Next one of us drafts. And there'll be one left over at the end. That's like the kid when you're in school and no one drafts you. That's what'll happen. So we have sports items and food items. I may save some of the bullpen for another week as well. So we'll hit some of them up tonight, and they're kind of interesting. So I don't think we've done most of these topics. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see here. All right. So this is a little cut off is what it is. So this is something I'm going to try.
Are these grass patterns?
Yes. So these are grass patterns. So baseball grass patterns. So you have the Mets. Or they're not doing this anymore, right? This was Shea Stadium.
Well, that was Shea. I don't have my readers. You could have fucking made these a little bit bigger.
Well, they were cut off. I mean, it's you can only
need, with all your free time, maybe you could take a fucking Adobe class.
I use the app, whatever the hell that is, the Pick Collage app, right? It's awesome. So you have, we'll go into our thoughts. So Shea Stadium, they don't, like I was saying, they don't do that anymore, right? Right?
As far as I know, they don't. They sometimes they do it. I honestly don't pay a tremendous amount of attention. I think in City they just do the basket weave.
Right.
Yeah.
You have going clockwise the Red Sox sock logo on the infield. You don't see a lot of infield grass patterns often.
What
So you
the
have
fuck's
that.
going on in the outfield there?
Someone got drunk. Then you go to the Arch in St. Louis. Simple.
That's garbage.
And then you have an All-Star game pattern. This is the one in DC. I don't know. I've seen better All-Star game patterns, let alone grass mow patterns.
It looks like an insurance agency.
ASG. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's abbreviated now, okay? Like you can't. It's Mountain Dew's MTN Dew. Like, maybe they charge by the letter. I don't know. So if you're drafting first and you have the pick, you get to go here. You have to pick of all 4 grass patterns, and you got to draft first and pick your favorite grass pattern out of all 4. What would you pick?
Well, I'd probably pick Shea, and I'll tell you why. Not even because of the. I think it looks pretty cool that they did the buildings, but it's not even that reason. You know, the way the patterns are, it looks like you've got a nice border to slow the grass from going into the warning track, the ball from going into the warning track.
I don't think that slows anything down.
Well, no, that's why you have grass patterns to begin with.
Grass pattern doesn't slow the height. It does not. The height is the same on a grass pattern. It's just it doesn't slow anything down.
No, they will cut in certain directions specifically so the grass lays a certain way. There's a lip there.
I don't think there's a lip there.
You haven't mowed grass a fucking day in your life.
A couple times.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Shea Stadium.
So this has been painful. I'm of the 3 left. I'm going to take Fenway, and I think it's actually clean, and it looks neat. I think that thing in St. Louis, it doesn't even look like the Arch. It looks like someone's spear, like 2 spears, and ASG, like you said, is weak. Like, where's some stars? Like, put stars out there. Like put I don't know, do something for an all-star game. So I'll pick, I can't believe it, I'll pick Fenway. An infield pattern's rare, but it looks good in that infield. So I'll pick Fenway. So you have the 3rd pick, and then you get to choose between St. Louis and ASG.
I would probably take St. Louis at this point. You know, it's kind of almost like a mirror image because I can't tell if this is the old Busch or the new Busch.
It's the new Busch.
Okay, because you've got the way they built the new Busch, you can actually see the arch in the background. So I think that's kind of cool.
And you know what? The rest of the field is traditional checkers, whereas ASG, you just have like.
See, I actually don't like the checkers. I like the funnels out to the alleys.
Oh. Okay.
And the Mets actually did that for a long time. The power alleys.
Okay. Yeah, I like the checkers though. I think I like the checkers.
Okay.
So our next one is going to be arena scoreboard, center hung arena scoreboards. So you have the new one in Chicago. I didn't even know there was a new one in Chicago on your upper left. So when I Googled them, that's what came up. So that's brand new. You have Madison Square Garden that's been up for a while now, post renovation. The bottom right is a new one that's only a couple years old in the Prudential Center for the Devils. That it doesn't do a good job showing, but the screen is huge. And then you have on the Tampa's, which runs. It's one of these that Tampa, Minnesota has, and a couple of other arenas, and it runs blue line to blue line, straight across.
Yeah,
and it's thin, but it's long. Which is not always. Never mind.
My understanding is that's not preferable.
So if someone wants to check in with a comment on that, you're more than welcome. So that depends where you sit for that. Well, we'll go into comments in a minute, but I guess I get to pick first, right? So, you know, I've seen 2 of these in person. So Madison Square Garden and Tampa. And the other, they're very similar. So like the Garden, it looks like the Blackhawks and the Devils look similar. The thing is, aesthetically, I think the Garden for me, it's the Garden. Like, how do I ever go against the Garden? Wins, and I picked them first. That Blackhawks one looks really interesting now. It really caught my eye. It was unique. It might be a little too much in the sides there. I don't know what's going on. But what I noticed at MSG was that the TVs, no matter where you're sitting, you get the same view. It's just curved just enough, and you get the same view. The Tampa board I actually like. The only problem with the Tampa board is if you're sitting in the ends, you're getting a sliver of scoreboard. And I actually have a picture somewhere of a shot from the end in person, and you're not getting the whole big video board. So I go MSG first. For me, that's my number one pick.
Yeah, and just one point on that. So the Jazz play at what used to be the Delta Center. It's now the Vivint Smart Home Arena, and they just did a huge renovation on it. The building's gorgeous. They put pretty much the same scoreboard that the Garden has. And I was lucky enough to sit courtside at a Jazz Clippers game. And having that TV underneath when you're sitting courtside, first of all, for you kids at home, if you're sitting courtside, don't stretch your legs out unless you want a 300-pound gentleman in your lap. Also, it's very loud down there, a lot of squeaks. But having that TV there, fantastic. Not to mention you're sitting fucking courtside. So
I think most of the boards have the TV under it now, so that's kind of standard.
I would probably go with the Blackhawks. It looks really similar to the Gardens. Again, I like that style, that kind of it's almost like somewhat not really oval, but rounded off. You don't have to look at a corner of a piece. The Garden went from just speakers in the middle to a really bad octagonal board to that, and it's just fantastic.
Well, the octagonal board at its time, when it was hung, was kind of revolutionary at the time, and then it just became out of date.
Yeah.
So that Devils board, so you're going to pick the Blackhawks. The Devils board's fine and all. The TVs are big. It just looks boring. And if you look under, that's where the score is.
Just like the team.
Yeah, just like exactly. Bland like the team. And there's nothing interesting there. Like the score just sits there and actually in a small spot. And it just looks like it's an afterthought. And there's nothing really interesting. Like the MSG board, the way I don't know, even the way it says Madison Square Garden on the top, it looks even more interesting than the way that it says Prudential Center on the top of the other one. So
the Madison Square Garden marquee is timeless.
Yeah, so the Devil one is, like you said, it's bland like the organization. I'll go with Tampa. Again, understanding that if you're in the end, it's not the best board, but when you are sitting anywhere from goal line to goal line, it's a really, really nice, really nice screen in front of you. So
it's kind of like what the Cowboys have.
Yeah, yep. It's an indoor version. Yep, it's a smaller version of what the Cowboys have. That's exactly it. So I kind of like that one. So that's the Devils get left out. What else is new? Fucking Devils. I will leave. We will do. All right, I got one more hockey one before we move on to another topic. I think we will pass up on some basketball tonight.
Are we going to talk about like pubic haircuts?
Yes, we're not the authority on hockey, so on basketball rather. We are the authority on hockey. So there are new jerseys that have been announced, not New Jersey Devils. Shit, that Ottawa one didn't show up right.
Bench the Kraken.
So the Kraken are a new team starting
fucking.
in 2 years. I love it. See, I'm the opposite of you. Those colors are unique, and I like the team name. It is different, and it's not really hokey. But anyway, you have the Kraken in the bottom right. You have a new third jersey. Jesus Christ. The Dallas Stars. Listen, the Dallas Stars' normal uniforms are fantastic. We'll get into this one in a minute. Upper left, new third jersey from the Vegas Golden Knights. Bottom left, you can't see it. I guess I screwed that one up. The Ottawa Senators went back to their original logo and jerseys back from the early 90s when they were an expansion team. Very traditional striping and their 2D Centurion logo. So You have first pick in this round.
Well, I tell you, I was hoping that you'd have the Vegas red jersey.
Yeah, well, we could do another one.
But I will take the Vegas golden jersey.
Yeah, I like it.
I think it's sharp.
I want to see it in person. It got mixed reviews online.
Yeah, it's just a great color.
They are the Golden Knights. Like,
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah, I think you have to. And if you take that one, you know, I'll tell you this much. I am picking Dallas. I don't know if it's like what the idea was, 1994 neon logo. I don't know. It's supposed to inspire an iconic Dallas skyline. First of all, if you show me the Dallas skyline, I won't be able to pick it out of a fucking room.
So
and I don't understand.
I did fact check this with the Texas Sorianos.
Okay.
And apparently that is the color of the Dallas skyline.
Oh, great! Some neon lights, but like, I don't know. That's brutal. I mean, that's pretty fucking brutal. So I guess we go traditional Ottawa or Kraken, and I think based on the uniqueness of the Kraken and colors that we've never seen before with an NHL team, and it is a traditional looking jersey with the striping for the most part. I'm going to pick the Kraken for my first round pick.
Well, I personally think everything about the Ottawa Senators is just atrocious. The fact that they play in Ottawa.
I like that they went back to these, but
the way Canadians say Ottawa, their logo is horrible. Just everything. The fact that the Rangers had Alexei Yashin at one point.
No, Jesus, I forgot about that.
I was
banging and Carol Alt.
No, that was Ron Greshner.
No, but Yashin did like back then. Like she's like,
we didn't fuck Carol Alt,
right?
Right. I'll say this. I did not. My first instinct on the Stars jersey was it's pretty awful, but this is how I picture it. You're in the arena, the clock's ticking down before warm-ups or skate around, and all the lights go off, and they come out, and you're gonna just see a bunch of fucking D's and numbers skating on the ice because it's gonna be like night glow.
Oh.
I think that's pretty cool. I really do. So yeah, I think there's something about that. So I'll take the Stars.
By the way, they need anything they can do to kind of generate a little atmosphere in that building. That's a stale building.
I kind of like their victory song.
Yeah, Jesus, it's all right. But that building, I've seen 3 games there, and it is a it's just I don't know. It's generic arena from before, back when EA NHL games, EA Sports didn't have the arena like customized. It feels like generic arena when you're there. It's nothing. It's not a dump, and it's just fucking nothing else. It's just in between. Just,
I still love Texas.
But
that is proof.
The area around the building is fine. The fans are fine. It's just the building is
That jersey is literally proof that the Stars at night are big and bright.
God.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
We'll save a couple of those. And we'll move on to burping. It's just terrible. Move on to some hot takes on what's our other favorite topic on this show?
Beer, snacks.
Well, food, yeah. So I have some food takes. I'm gonna save a few of these too for another time. Well, we can go through a couple of them. And oh, Jesus, bless you. Okay, just get this all together here. Get my tabs in order. All right, I guess we can do that one too. All right, I know which one I'll close with. Okay, so First big one. All right, it's a great big chicken nugget debate.
Oh God.
Not chicken nuggets. I'm sorry, that's coming. It's a big fry debate. So you have waffle fries from Chick-fil-A, Wendy's fries. What do they call them? Natural skin sea salts. I don't know what you call them. Burger King generic fries, and McDonald's landmark historic fries.
How could you have other fries? McDonald's should be on its own fucking card.
Well, out of these, probably we could probably could have done better because honestly, like, who has the curly fries? Is that Arby's?
Yeah,
good actually. So, who picked first last time? Did you pick first? All right. So, all right. This was really bad for picture because McDonald's does go first, but I'll say this on McDonald's. Occasionally you run into a McDonald's that's undersalted or soggy. Otherwise, pretty damn know what you're getting. The problem is the competition here. Again, Burger King's had problems with their fry game forever. They don't even pretend to be in the fry game anymore, I don't think. I don't even think they try, right? Wendy's,
you get onion rings.
Wendy's are not bad. You get a good crispy batch of Wendy's fries. They're really not bad. There's a good flavor to them. That natural skin on there does help. It's not bad, right?
I'm not going to lie. When it comes to both Wendy's and McDonald's fries, I like them soggy.
Interesting. I will tell you, the waffle fries at Chick-fil-A are flavorless, and they are even more bland than the Burger King fries. They're really not good. But I know you feel a certain way about Chick-fil-A anyway.
The best fries on the planet aren't even on this list, so shame on you.
The Five Guys or
Nathan's?
Oh yeah, I didn't actually make this list, so Nathan's would have made it a difficult answer. So, but if I take McDonald's as my pick, I don't know. Now you have a tough decision.
Number 2 would be Wendy's.
Yeah, it wasn't that tough, was it?
No.
Now I have a tough decision because here's my problem. I haven't had a Burger King fry in like 10 years. I don't even know what their current fry is.
They're garbage.
They change them every 2.5 years, right?
They're terrible.
So I think I have to go with Chick-fil-A here, but I don't really like them.
Yeah. I don't like them either.
That's
the thing. Like Burger King, like you'd have to drown them in sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah, I guess. So here's a theme one because our favorite holiday is coming up, and some of these are served on that favorite holiday.
Skin,
where you're from. Well, that would win. So you have
shit is served where we're from.
Cornbread in the upper left-hand side, mac and cheese, greens, and I don't know what kind of dish that is of sweet potatoes, but it's kind of
candied yams.
Candied yams. Okay. All right. So yeah, you get to pick first.
Well, the only thing on here that it would ever be on my parents' table would be candied yams. Because just like you, I grew up north of the Mason-Dixon line.
In modern years, we've been doing mac and cheese. I made a hell of a mac and cheese last Thanksgiving. So I think it's more than acceptable. I understand your point.
I'm trading my picks for future considerations.
But if you take the yams, I'm easily taking the mac and cheese.
No, that's fine. I
love yams too, Thomas.
My greens would be either what the fuck you call them? Brussels sprouts or spinach with garlic.
So you can do. Brussels doesn't count. I don't think really in this picture. You can do spinach. Spinach counts.
Spinach and garlic. So yeah, greens would be my
You know what I like? A good Swiss chard.
Yeah, but it would be spinach with like 75 cloves of garlic.
Yeah, I think greens, if done right, are absolutely outstanding. I'm not a big cornbread guy.
Because we're from the north. You go get a loaf of Italian bread.
You do that, or even, I mean, honestly, if you're not having bread, I'd rather have a biscuit than cornbread. I just don't get excited over cornbread.
I don't know where you're from. We
grew up. I agree. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm giving an alternative possibility. This slide was a dud, huh?
Go to Leota's. Get a fucking loaf of Italian bread.
Leota's is fucking out of business for the last 25 years.
Next slide.
All right. So on this one,
lawsuits.
On this one, you have nachos.
Okay.
Potato skins. This is kind of a throw. Onion rings or fries. So,
this is like Bennigan's menu from.
I know, or Ruby Tuesdays or Fridays. I don't know, any one of those.
Are the onion rings beer battered or breaded?
Yeah, let's make them beer battered because we all know that's superior.
Okay.
I love onion rings. I guess you go first.
No, I went first last time.
No, you took. I did fries. I took McDonald's. Oh no, you took. Yeah, that's right. You took yams. I see. I already forgot about the Thanksgiving sides one. So, it's a tough one between onion rings and nachos. I guess it's very. I'm pretty picky with nachos though. If I know they're good, they're always going to go first. So I'll take the nachos. That's fair. And although I'll have to say, when you're talking nachos with me, you better be talking shredded melted cheese and not the cheese whiz or dip. Or liquid cheese, because that gets cold and congeals, and in 5 minutes your nachos are fucking disgusting. Although I had a nacho recently that did a mixture of the shredded cheese and the cheese sauce. It actually was fucking genius. It's really good, and I have no idea where I got them. I can't remember.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. If done right, a potato skin is awesome.
Yeah.
And you got to really go back far to the ground round and the pot of gold.
Round.
The pot of gold had potato skins, onion rings, fucking egg rolls. And it was in a big fried fucking pot of gold. You could eat the pot.
Sounds good.
You have to be on pot to go there.
Sounds really good.
But the potato skin has to be thin enough that it gets crispy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with potato skins because you don't see those anymore.
No, it's very rare. I like it. Good choice. I'll go onion rings after that, especially if they're beer battered any day. But yeah, I kind of want a potato skin. I may have to Uber Eats some shit after the show. I know it's difficult. So what's funny about the ground round? What a crazy 100 feet in Nanuet, ground round next to fucking White Castle. Like that's crazy that those two establishments are next door to each other. I got two left.
And now it's a Hyundai dealership.
Yeah, what a shame. Is that even open anymore? I don't know if that's open anymore.
The Hyundai dealership? I'm pretty sure it is.
I don't know. I don't know. What did my computer just do? Uh-oh, we have problems. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. I got a blue wheel going here.
This is not good.
What's happening?
You got a blue wheel.
Oh, boy. Well, that sucks. We'll see if that changes anytime soon. This is like staring at my screen. I can't see you. I can't see me. It's all shaded out with the fucking share my screen button in front. Fuck. How do you fix that? Do I have to close my browser?
Perhaps we've been pulled off the air. Well, perhaps the hour mark.
Has Brian Williams broken in with breaking news? Is that what happened?
It's possible.
I mean, I have no problem saving these for next week, so that's fine. So as we go into this weekend, let's see here. It's still 7-0 Green Bay. So we go into this weekend, and I guess we can do the old what's your lock of the weekend in football. And I'm just trying to peruse through. Oh, this is easy. My lock of the weekend, the 7-0 Steelers against the 2-6 Cowboys. Cowboys are getting 13.5. I'll take it. I'll take it any day of the week, 100%. What say you?
I would pick the Steelers to cover the spread. I'll take the opposite side of you on that.
No, I'm taking the Steelers to cover the spread.
Oh, yeah. Well, then
You gotta take a day. Is there another game? I don't actually.
I actually agree with you on that one. The Cowboys have no quarterback, so
Right. You have to
I'm
agree
with
on
you.
that one. Yeah, I don't even know who's. I have no idea who's starting. I will say I do like. Maybe not. I don't know if I'd bet. That's a tough one. So I like the it's the 6-2 Bucks and the 5-2 Saints. But again, I don't think the Saints are as good as their record. But the Bucks are given 5. I don't know. That's a risk. That's a risky play, I think. I'll give you an underdog of the week.
Oh,
so the 5-3 Bears are playing the 5-2 Titans, and the Titans are given 6.5. I would bet the Bears.
I'll take the Titans.
You'll take the Titans to cover?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be interesting to watch and talk about next week. Both teams are also not as good as their record. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I think the Titans will win the game. I don't know if they'll cover. That's my problem on that one. And on my note, I know you couldn't give a shit, but I will just say this. On Sunday, it's the finale of this year's NASCAR season and the end of a career for one of the all-time greats, if not the greatest driver ever, Jimmy Johnson, 7-time champion, Jimmy Johnson. And so he will go and race part-time IndyCar next year and retire from full-time competition. But Sundays will not be the same without having him piloting the 48 car first time since 2002 that we won't have him behind the wheel of that car next season. So a legend is retiring. And unless you're a NASCAR fan, I know you may not see it or care, but it is a big deal. And it will definitely have an effect on my Sunday mood going forward. And I will pick for Sunday's championship race. 4 drivers are eligible for the championship, and I will pick Chase Elliott to win his first championship, teammate of Jimmy Johnson, on Sunday. And that's my pick. And I don't know what the odds are on that, but why not throw some money on it, make it interesting, and pick Chase Elliott for Sunday to win the championship.
Nice.
Do you have any weekend, anything you're looking forward to this weekend?
I do not actually. It is going to be a quiet weekend. It's supposed to get really cold here, so it's going to be
great.
Just chill.
Are you getting snow or?
I don't think so, but the weather's going to change dramatically. So
unreal how that happens in the valley, and then it blows out and it's 75 again. You know, it's crazy out there.
Yep.
So enjoy wearing your warm weather clothes, maybe some long johns and what have you this weekend. And I think God, since I don't work at the airport, I don't watch the weather nearly as much anymore. But we're looking at low 70s all weekend here and into most of next week, and clear at least until mid next week. So I will keep the shorts going and the sandals for you here in Virginia.
Very nice.
So back to your regular life for this evening. Enjoy it. Have fun. And I don't know. I guess we'll see you next week. Is that the plan? I don't see why not. What's up?
I said we'll be here.
All right. I just did the last 5 minutes of the show having no idea what the fuck I'm looking at. I have no fucking clue.
I mean, give me the finger the whole time.
You could be doing anything. I have no fucking idea what's going on. So on that note, this has been This has been another show for you this evening, and we'll see you next week on the Grand Central Sports Hub. I can't even end the broadcast. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
The fuck.